Hey everyone, I am back this week. Last week I was actually in Vegas for a bachelorette party, and what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, right? Right. So this week's video is going to be about cultivating a relationship with your muse. And that sounds a little bit crazy, but as a creative person, you have to always be working on that relationship with your muse. If you're not going to sit down and write, they're not going to show up to inspire you. This week I'm going to talk about how I cultivate my muse, where I look for inspiration to get the words on the page when I'm really not feeling it, and what happens when I do start writing. Most of the time when I start clicking those keys, within a couple minutes the words just start flying out of me and the scenes just paint themselves, and that's the muse showing up because I showed up for work as well. So I hope you enjoy this video, and I hope you find your muse too. Has struck when I can't write. I was listening to a podcast, just sitting in traffic, kind of mindless, and I realized I was totally zoning out and thinking about story. And it's not my main series that I was thinking about. I was thinking about this script idea that I have, and it just like the whole thing started coming together. I'm like, okay, well that could be a season, and then that could be another season, and like where would I start and end it? It's just like all of a sudden my head exploded with all of these ideas. So sometimes it's just making your mind do mindless things, and the muse strikes and wants to make you write when you can't. So hopefully I'll be home soon, and then I'll be able to get a few of these ideas down on paper before they fall out of my head. So I'm driving to my parents' house, and I'm walking, so I'm not looking at you, but there's this little lookout up at the top of the hill, and I've only ever stopped here a couple times, but the city looks absolutely beautiful right now, and inspiration struck, and the muse was like, get out of your car, go look at this and enjoy it for a second. So that's what I'm gonna do. It's so rare that you get to hear nature in the city. And I don't live in the city, but I live in a very, very busy area. It's a business district, so there's high rises and just people all the time. And I'm standing here, and a few cars just went by, so it's a little loud. But like right now, I can hear all the crickets. I can hear literally the breeze rustling through the bushes. It's relaxing, and like it reminds you of those little details that you forget in life, and sometimes that you even forget in your story. Something that I heard a long time ago from an author was, if you feel like a scene isn't real enough, go back, read it again. Are you using all of your senses to tell that story, to fill out that paragraph? What does that scene smell like? What does it taste like? What does it feel like? Use all of your senses to really bring that scene together. And that's exactly what I'm doing right now. Like, I can hear the crickets. My legs have goosebumps because it's a little bit chilly right now. The sound of the cars going by, the sound of the wind rustling through the dry brush. It's really putting it all together as a scene, both in real life and on the page.
Will I ever feel this light again? When I thought I didn't need it, I found a new friend.
I always do to find my muse is I have a Pandora station that's just classical music, and that gets me in the mood to write every single time.
And the song
that's it for this week. Go ahead and hit the like button down below and subscribe if you haven't already. Next week there'll be a brand new video out, and I do have something a little extra I'm going to try and post. Maybe a book trailer, maybe a little short story video, so stay tuned for that, and I will see you next week.